Okay, I'm starting to feel pretty good about my apartment, and I think now is the time to film a home decor inspo video. I moved about 3 months ago, and I've just slowly been collecting things for my place, and I think everything is finally coming together in the way that I want it to. I had to make some pretty big purchases kind of quickly. Like, I bought a couch and I had to buy a kitchen table and chairs and a coffee table, and then more decorative things like rugs. But yeah, now I feel good about it, and I'm gonna show you some of the inspiration that I pulled from when I was choosing those pieces, and now what I've been referencing when I'm trying to find little decorative things for my place just to make it feel like it's actually my home. When I'm looking for decorating inspo, I mostly just look at Pinterest and then Instagram. I watch a lot of Caroline Winkler's videos and Paige Wassel's videos because I think that they just have really good tips on home decor. And then Jenny Bourne also made a video similar to this, and that's where I got the inspiration for this video from. I really liked the way that she broke down her inspiration in that video. That's kind of what I'm gonna do here. A really good tip that I saw from Caroline Winkler was she suggested going on to Pinterest or Instagram and saving a whole bunch of images of stuff that you really like, and then going back through those images and looking at the similarities between all of those. And that's kind of how you figure out what you actually really like, and I found that really helpful. I'm just gonna screen record on my laptop and show you my Pinterest. I have tons of home decor stuff saved on there. Yeah, when I'm looking at these images, it's a lot of white walls. I like kind of having a blank canvas to start off with, and then you can just layer more eclectic pieces on top. I think I've also noticed that the lighting in all of these homes that I gravitate towards is just really nice lighting, basically. Like, all of these homes just have amazing windows. Yeah, they're generally older homes, or if they're a newer build, then they have really good windows and kind of interesting architectural features, like the fun slanted window on a wall. I think this is a really good example of that. Yeah, like that room looks so contemporary with the slanted windows. It's so interesting to go back and look through these images and really try to narrow down the things that I like about certain images and the commonalities between all of them. I think another thing that I noticed is I'm not super into color on the walls. It's a little different when it comes to artworks, but I think for the most part, I like to stick to just white walls unless it's in a smaller space, like a kitchen, the kitchen backsplash if it's a fun color, or a kitchen counter, or the walls of a bathroom. That's kind of when I feel more comfortable with color. Sometimes kitchen cabinets even. Like, I think a yellow can be fun. I think dark green can be really fun. Like Dakota Johnson's kitchen, she has a beautiful green kitchen. It looks amazing. She has a video tour of her whole house and it's incredible. I'm very drawn to kind of mid-century style furniture. So I have a big credenza and then a wall unit that's modular. I try to not buy too much mid-century furniture. I have a little table as well, and then my dresser is also mid-century, but I think after a while I can start to look a little bit too Mad Men-y, which I still think is really fun. Like, I would love one day to live in a mid-century home, but yeah, I think sometimes it can just look like it's not even your style so much anymore. It's just an aesthetic and it's no longer personal.
Before I get too deep into yapping about decorating, I just want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs and creators to stand out online. Squarespace makes it so easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time all in one place. I personally use my Squarespace website as a landing page, so when people or brands look me up online, they'll find my website and immediately get a sense of who I am as a creator. I love that my Instagram feed and my YouTube videos are right on the homepage of my site, and I was even able to make a custom page to showcase the brand collaborations I've worked on. I was able to customize the entire site from colors and fonts to the photos and pages, and I love that I can update my site from my laptop as well as my phone. I love that I can look at my analytics and insights and see exactly where the visits to my website are coming from. You can use the code Lauren Louise at checkout or the link in the description of this video to get 10% off a website or a domain.
Okay, so these are some examples of like my dream kitchens, and then I'll show you what I'm actually working with. I love the idea of having beautiful checkered tile, big windows that can open up, and a beautiful counter with beautiful tiling. I have a decent kitchen. There are good things about my kitchen. The cupboards are painted white, which is nice. They're like 100 years old and the paint is chipping and peeling off of them like crazy, but it's fine. At least they're just white. It has beautiful built-in cabinets, which, to be quite honest, I underutilize. I really could store more things in them, but I don't even have enough stuff to put in there. But they are really great for putting plants on top of. I like displaying cookbooks up there, and then I can put flowers up there, which I really like. The floors are a bit of a bummer. The person that lived here before me had a leak, and I guess they just never got it fixed, and so there are rust stains all over the floor in my kitchen and also in my bathroom, unfortunately. One thing that I did that I think made a pretty big difference in the kitchen was I replaced all of the knobs on the kitchen cabinets, and I just replaced them with this mint green kind of milky glass knob, and I got them from Lee Valley, and I think they actually look like they would have just been the knobs that would have been installed 100 years ago, rather than like the shitty silver metal ones that they put on there that didn't look nice when I moved in. I put in a 60s kind of like diner style table with chairs that just match the table. Got all of that on Facebook Marketplace, and those are pieces that I really love. I think one day I hope to have enough space for a dining room, and I would get like a big, realistically, I'd probably get like a mid-century dining table, but something like beautiful antique or something kind of heavier. I'm happy with my kitchen. I put a carpet in to cover up some of the stains on the floor, and I do think that made a big difference. It also just makes it feel cozier. And then I put up a big piece of art. I got a big green jug that I put all of my utensils and stuff for cooking in. So having those little pops of color I think makes a big difference. I like my kitchen. It's not my dream kitchen, but I like it. My living room, again, not my dream living room. I think it's mostly because there's no vestibule in my apartment. So you open the door to my apartment and you open it right into the living room, which something about that makes me feel kind of uncomfortable, and I can't really describe why. I just wish that there was some buffer space in between the front door and my living room. We're working with what we got, and what we've got are two massive blank walls. And so fortunately my credenza was able to fit on one of those walls, and then the modular mid-century shelving unit that I got can fit on the other wall. And then I was also able to fit a really big couch, and that was important to me. I wanted to have a very comfortable, very big couch. I love furniture. It feels sturdy. I just want it to feel like sturdy and it's high quality and it's gonna last a long time. I just put a ton of pillows on that couch because I kind of wanted it to feel like a big cloud, and I put a big throw blanket on top of it too, so that when you sit on it, you have a lot of back support because of the pillows, but you also just feel like you're being enveloped by a big cloud. I got the biggest carpet that I could find that wasn't from like HomeSense or IKEA. I went to this really great rug store in the city. It's called Ruby Adaria, and the rug is 8 by 10. It was made in Pakistan. It's over 80 years old. I also got another smaller rug just to fill in some space. That 8 by 10 rug wasn't as wide as my couch, so my couch is about 10 feet wide, so I needed to get like another rug to make up for the space that the other rug couldn't make up. Do you know what I mean? So I got a runner, and that runner I bought off Etsy. It's also from Pakistan and it's about 70 years old. And it's beautiful and I love it. And these are pieces that I'm going to have for my entire life. I'm so happy with them. Putting a mirror over my fireplace I found made a huge difference. And I initially thought I was gonna end up getting a mirror with a teak frame, and then just decided that was gonna be too much wood. And so I went to HomeSense one day with my mom and I found a perfect big mirror that just has a black frame around it, but it almost looks like it could be iron. And I think it's just really neutral and great, but the shape I really love because it has a big arch. The last thing that I really need to get for my living room is gonna be 1 or 2 chairs to go opposite the couch. I've really been taking my time finding those. There have been so many moments where I've almost bought something and then it didn't feel like it was quite right. Right now I'm thinking of doing something striped, either a really neutral stripe on a big armchair, or even like, I think like burgundy and white could be really fun, or like a dark green and cream could be really good. But yeah, something that just feels really comfy. I also think I want maybe something linen, so like a linen slip cover over an armchair, and then potentially another smaller chair. Even like a small bench could be good. Yeah, just something else, because it feels like that space is really empty, and also just for practical reasons I need another chair because when I have people over there's nothing for them to sit on except for the couch, and everyone falls asleep on the couch because it feels like a big cloud. The art that I'll put up on the walls I have yet to acquire, but like my dream is to have something like this. So many artists that I love. I love Laura Daw. She makes really great pieces. I would love to have another piece of her art in my house. My bathroom isn't really anything to write home about. It doesn't have a window, which is sort of a bummer, but it does have a bathtub, and I did replace the little knob on the medicine cabinet in there, and I've hung some art, so I do like it, but I think maybe I should get a bath mat that I like a little bit more, and I could just make the space a little more interesting. Like I could put some art up that kind of stacks up towards the ceiling. I think that could be really nice. Maybe if I decide that I'm gonna stay in this apartment for a while, I would consider painting part of the bathroom. I like the idea of painting from half the wall up and then also painting the ceiling. I think that could be really fun. I could do little things, put in a little shelf just to put little trinkety things on and a candle and stuff, but not my dream bathroom. The floor isn't great. It's also super rust stained, so I don't know. My bedroom, I really love my bedroom. That's where we are right now. It has like the craziest, highest ceilings ever and a massive window that I'm sitting in front of. I just rearranged everything, so my bed is up against this wall now, and I'm actually thinking of taking down the sconce that's on that wall so I can put up a big piece of art there. I want to get something big and square. I saw someone do this amazing, it was kind of just like a DIY art piece where they took all of these Sudokus and notes and plane tickets and concert tickets and stuff, and they put them all in this big frame and hung it up above their bed. So I'd really like to do something like that, but I need to collect all of those things first, so that's what I'll be doing for the next couple of months, and then I'll put something like that up. I'm considering hanging a light from the ceiling. I think that could look really good and also just like help warm up the space a little bit. Yeah, I really like where my dresser is. It's kind of tucked behind this huge built-in closet. I'm also really fortunate that I have huge windowsills in my apartment, so those kind of act as a place where I can display things. So I have a plant on my windowsill in my bedroom, and then I just keep books all over my windowsills just because I don't have bookshelves really. I think I could probably use maybe another plant in here, and then yeah, just like more decorative things. This is just a huge blank wall that I'd like to put something on. I like changing out my bedding every once in a while just so it feels like the space is being refreshed and I don't get tired of it. Have a warm rug in here, warm as in warm tones. It's also wool, so I'm sure it actually is warm. Yeah, some of the bedrooms that I really like a lot, big huge windows, interesting things on the walls, like lots of art that's kind of like concentrated, very earthy tones in all of the bedrooms and kind of like cloud-like beds. I love really plush bedding. Spaces that feel like actual people live in them, and very warm lighting. I love art that travels all the way up a wall, up to almost the ceiling. I'd love to do something like that in here or in the bathroom, or honestly even in the living room, because I just think it always looks so good. The bedrooms, I'm noticing it's a lot of white, very fluffy bedding with some bigger plants, and then very intentionally placed art, but they're pretty simple for the most part. Most of them have a good rug, like a big rug that goes almost wall to wall. Heavier pieces of furniture. I could have a wardrobe in my home. Oh my god, like that would just, something about that just feels so solid. I love when you can just tell that a piece is really high quality and really classic. And a lot of this is styling as well. It's like having fresh flowers in your home and having a really good lamp. Oh, I would love to have another lamp in here actually. It's a lot of well-curated mess, and maybe not so much mess, but just like owning a lot of objects, I guess, is something that I aspire to do. Intentional and classic. That's one of the biggest words that I keep in mind when I'm decorating, is just like, how can my place remain timeless and really classic? And am I buying things that are trendy, or are these pieces that I'm always going to love and I'm always going to gravitate towards? I think they're just, yeah, there's certain items that have that really classic, timeless quality. Good lighting, and I often just think of books as being pieces of furniture because I think they are, I mean, they're classic. Books as a bedside table, it's classic. Or just books covering an entire bedside table. Okay, I don't really know if I can ramble anymore. I feel like that's what I've got, and that's what we're working with. And I would love to hear if you have any suggestions for my place and what I should do with it, and your home decor inspiration tips. I would just like to hear them all. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I'll see you so soon. Okay, goodbye.